Hey, I'm Dr. Vuk, and I'm going to show you some really quick rollerball exercises for the neck. So the first thing you're going to do is get a good ball. I like to use these. They're called the Orb Extreme. They make a mini and a bigger one. I think they're awesome. You can use a lacrosse ball, a tennis ball, a softball. Any sort of hard ball works great. So what we're going to do for the neck is we want to work these muscles on the back of the neck. So you're going to lay down on the ground. You can use, people ask about the bed or the couch. It usually doesn't have enough stability under it. So you could use a yoga mat or anything on the ground for a little extra cushion. Just take the ball, roll it up and down the neck, or you can roll your neck up and down the ball until you find a tight and tender spot. That is a trigger point, okay? So what that is a muscular knot. Trigger point's a fancy word for saying knot. So you're just gonna lay on the trigger point literally until it releases. So how do you know when it releases? You feel it melt away, it loosens up, or you feel a cooling sensation just completely go down your neck and back. Almost like cool water is getting poured on it. So you're gonna wanna do both sides anywhere from 30 seconds up to 10 minutes each, honestly. And then you're gonna switch it and do the other one. So the second one you can do for the neck is actually roll this side to side and even up and down. So you're gonna take the ball like this. I like to lift my hips in the air a little bit. The more you lift your hips or butt up in the air, you're gonna put more pressure on your neck. So we're gonna roll side to side. Okay, like this. And then you can even roll up and down like this. Sometimes by looking back behind you and pushing the back of your head into the ball, you're actually going to get more leverage, and you're going to release the muscles on the very top of your neck where those little bones go in at. And that's a neurological trick to get a good release. So next, traps. The traps affect the mid-back and the neck. So we're going to want to roll out the traps. Those are the muscles right here, or the trapezius muscle group. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to hit it in 3 locations, because the trap muscle, although a lot of people realize they're here, they actually go down all the way down to this part. So we're going to roll here, we're going to roll here, and roll here. And when I say roll, you can either roll the ball around or just lay on it. It's going to really have effects either way. So whatever feels the best is probably going to be the best. Don't overthink it, right? It should feel like a massage. So you're gonna put the ball under your trap muscle like this, and then you can take your thumb, and since the ball is gonna push the trap muscle forward, you can take your thumb and kind of push it into the ball. I can already feel a trigger point. When you get on a trigger point, pain's gonna be the #1 signal, and also it's gonna come up into like the head or down the back. So just because you have a trigger here, you can feel the pain in other areas. So to get more pressure, what you're gonna do is lift your butt and literally sink down onto the ball. So next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna move the ball down our back into the middle part of the trap. You'll probably hear some pops or cracks. This one you can just lay on, but I really like to roll it up and down that area. And then the third spot, we're gonna go down all the way down to here. That's where the trap muscle actually ends at. So even if you have neck pain, you can actually go all the way down, and it will help the trap release all the way up into the neck. So next ball exercise we're gonna do is for the low back. And the main muscle group we need to use for the rollerball in the low back is the quadratus lumborum, or the QL muscles. Those muscles are right here, okay, and they sit above the hips. So the hips are going to make a big half circle right here. The QL is going to be about right here. So we're going to take the ball, put it under the QL, lay on it, and just hold it. So how long should you do all of these? Well, I would do them honestly, like I said earlier, 30 seconds up to 10 minutes. Or you could even do it longer, depending on when you feel the area loosen up. Now, people say sometimes like, well, do I have time to do all these different things? Well, sometimes it's better to do it more consistently than it is for longer. So research actually shows it'd be better to do this 2 or 3 times a day for a minute and just make that part of your daily routine than it is to do for a super long time, all at a time, go all out, and then you don't do it anymore. And the last exercise for general mobility and helps a lot of people that we help in here with chronic pain is because we're trying to loosen global muscles. That means muscles that affect your whole entire body. That would be the pec muscle right here. So that's gonna help the mid back and everything, right? So we're actually gonna have to find a wall for this. You can use the floor, but it just, honestly, it's kind of tough, especially for females. For obvious reasons, this might not be comfortable on the floor. So you're gonna take the ball and our pec or our chest muscle, you're gonna find kind of a tender spot. So right there, again, you can use a tennis ball, a baseball, a softball, lacrosse ball. This is actual massage ball, the Orb. They are great, love them, my favorite one I've ever used. And you're just gonna push this into the wall. I need to do this tonight when I get home. It feels so great. Wow, it's amazing. And it's painful, but it's like a good pain. You know, when someone's giving you a massage and it's like that good pain, that's what you want it to feel like. And actually with this, you can even do some motion with your arm, do some stretching. And those are about 5 or 6 quick, simple ball stretches and exercise you can do to increase mobility, decrease pain, and really increase blood flow and prevent arthritis from developing in your body, or at least from getting worse. So try it out, you're gonna love it.